checklists. We're gonna go through our checklist this way. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna have you read the word here on the left, and I'm gonna call out whatever you see on the right. So you're gonna say tow bar. I'm gonna say secure, and then you can click that button. It shows me.
Okay.
I'm gonna say brakes, or you're gonna say brakes. I'm gonna say set. Circuit breakers, I'm gonna say all in. We get through the run up part. That's where I'm checking all the systems, getting ready to go. I'm gonna tell you to shadow me. And for a shadow, I want you to have your hands on the controls. I want you to have your feet on the pedals. And you're gonna be feeling what I do. And we're gonna get to about 500 feet. When we get to 500-600 feet, we're at that safe altitude. I'm gonna say your airplane. And what I want you to do then is, at that point, you really have control of it. You're gonna say my airplane. I'm gonna say your airplane. So we're confirming that you have control of the airplane. If you get scared, anything like that, you get scared, you say your airplane, and I will take control, and I will say my airplane, and then you're gonna say your airplane. We're just gonna confirm who is actually flying the airplane.
We'll be like, take this damn thing back over.
What if I get scared?
You say somebody's airplane, right? Yeah, and what we'll do is then I'm gonna work on doing some trim adjustment. And so I'm gonna actually say we're gonna go into a climb, we're gonna make some turns, we're gonna do some things like that. If you feel like you're really having to pull or push on the controls, we can adjust those control pressures out using the trim wheel, just like on a boat.
Oil pressure
Is in the green.
Avionics master.
And this goes
Is
down
on.
too if you're ever together and you want to scooch a little bit.
Oh, cool.
Garmin
Garmin is on.
window.
It's closed. All right, so we're gonna go past the hot start and we're gonna go to pre-fly or pre-taxi taxi.
Okay, oil pressure.
All right, again, we're gonna check it again. Oil pressure is important. We're gonna check that multiple times. We're in the green.
Flight controls.
Okay, watch your fingers. Free incorrect. Everything works and nothing's binding up. Degrees.
You know what? Did I get my glasses?
They're on your chest.
Oh. I needed the thing, but I can't with this on, John.
Yeah. Turbocharger kicks in. I want you to shadow me, so. All right, we're at 35 inches. Everything looks good. I'm gonna release the brakes. Airspeed is alive. Needle starts to move. There's 50, 60, 70. I've got a couple of birds up here. I'm gonna have to dodge these guys, so. I normally would take off straight a little bit longer than that, but we had a bunch of birds right at the end of the runway there. Right now I'm in a climb configuration, but we made a right turn when we left to watch out for those birds. So remember, our yellow line is where we're supposed to be flying. So we need to get back on track of where we need to go. And so what we're gonna do is your airplane.
My airplane.
Okay. You have the airplane, and so give us a little bit of a left turn, and let's try to line that up right there. Okay, now go ahead and start coming back to the right so you don't overshoot your turn. Nice. So now this needle's lined up. We're going right up that right there. We're doing really good. We're flying at about 100 knots or so. Climbing at about 800 feet per minute. So just to get a feel of it, push forward just a little bit. You'll see the nose go down. Pull back a little bit. You'll see the nose go back up. And we're starting to make a little bit of a turn to the right, so let's go ahead and turn back to the left, and we're gonna kind of line back up with this guy being straight up. Think about is rather than looking at the instruments, which is way more advanced, it's about looking out and getting the horizon. If you keep the horizon level, your turns will be very shallow. You'll have a tendency to not climb too steep or too shallow, but if you're just looking at your instruments, it's hard to kind of put it all together. Now we just keep the horizon level, and that'll keep us from being in a turn.
Still pressing on that?
Yep, you're still pressing on it because we're in a bit of a climb. The airplane wants to pull itself to the left. So by pushing on that right pedal, and you can actually push on that right pedal a little bit more. A little bit more. A little more. A little more. There you go. Now the ball is centered. Okay, now give us a little bit of a left turn and let's bring us back. That way we kind of got a little bit of a right turn going on. There we go. That's nice right there. You're going to hear a little stall horn here. Maybe not.
Don't forget your flaps.
Yep.
Oops.
Here we go. That stall horn means that you're at the exact, basically
Saratoga 4 Delta Papa, where are you parking?
let's go right to the air center.
Saratoga 4 Delta Papa, remain this frequency, taxi to the air center, V Bravo 3.
To the air center, Bravo 3 with you for Delta Papa. So, when that stall horn goes off just before you touch down, you're trying to land with as little speed and energy as possible. It's easier on the airplane, it's easier on your tires, brakes, all that kind of stuff. So when you hear that chirp right before you land,
It's good.
That's good.
If you hear it in the air,
It's bad.
Extend downwind, I'll call you base for departure.
Extend downwind, you call base, clear track 468.